Today we are going to be talking about being sick, so stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It is Lydia, thanks for joining me. And in today's video, we're going to talk about sickness. Nicole had asked what to do if her or her child fell sick while babysitting. But I'm also going to talk about what if we fall sick 24 hours prior to a babysitting job. So obviously you want families to understand and know as soon as possible that you have fallen sick. Usually I give them my symptoms and let them know that this is something that I don't think I can come in and function, right? I don't know if you can tell, but I've been sick. I'm sick right now. I've been sick for the past 3 weeks with a pretty bad sinus infection. However, in those 3 weeks, I've obviously had to work and I've obviously had to babysit. So one of my clients who's a regular, I let them know I've been on antibiotics for this amount of time. It's in your court if you want me to come in or not. I'm up to working. I have the energy. I'd love to see you guys. Although I am sick, I'm on antibiotics. And they were completely fine with it. So just informing them is pretty helpful when you've become sick. Sometimes I do have to cancel last minute. It really sucks. But most of the time I try to find myself a replacement. So I say, hey, unfortunately, I have fallen sick today. I have blah, 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 fever, whatever it may be. However, I found my friend so-and-so also babysits. I think that it would be a perfect match. If you want to connect with her, she's available for you tonight instead of me. So that way you're giving them a solution to you not being there. But that doesn't always happen either. So unfortunately, there are cases where you do just have to completely cancel. Now, let's dive into what to do if you or a child falls sick while you're babysitting. So let's talk about first if a child becomes sick in your care. So we need to first recognize what the signs are for a child being sick, right? So runny nose, most of the time when it's a runny nose, I look for green snot, not clear snot. If they're running a fever, if they're just sluggish all around, and then of course if they're throwing up, that's a problem too, right? So some parents will have you babysit their child when they're sick and will not tell you and leave because they have plans. I've had a couple clients do that to me. It's not fun, but I do like to text them, hey, so-and-so is not feeling good. This is the symptoms that they're feeling. I just want to make sure you're informed. Sometimes if it's really bad, I do say I feel like that basically telling them that they need to come home, their child would probably be better off with them. And you do not give medication to children at all unless given the okay to do so. I've had parents say, like, just give them Tylenol, see if that reduces the fever. So just recognizing how they're sick first. Now, if you have a child who's throwing up, I've never dealt with a child who's thrown up. I've done spit up, but spit up and throw up are two different things. And I think if a child threw up, I'd be cleaning up two messes because I'd probably throw up as well. However, when a child does throw up, keeping calm is most important because it's no fun for anybody to throw up. And for some kids, it's new. Like I had a little girl's mom talk about the first time her daughter threw up, and her daughter was so scared because she had never been through anything like that. So it may be the first time that they're throwing up. So keeping calm is very necessary. And then what you do is just start doing low-key activities with them. So making sure that you're washing your hands and cleaning up the mess, but also keeping your distance. For younger kids, it's kind of hard when they're sick, they want to cuddle up and they want to be snuggled. But I try to do activities like movie or a low-key card game or stuff that I really don't have to physically be touching them to entertain them. So that's pretty much what I do when a child is sick. Again, if it's really bad, I contact the parents and basically say, like, I think you need to come back. I do try to tell all my clients before I even work for them that if their child is sick, I do not really want to work for them because I work with so many other children and I don't want to be passing germs around from house to house. So, and I don't want to be sick either. But so that's basically the realm for if a child is sick. So let's talk about if you get sick while babysitting. So depends on the age how you're feeling, how long left you have to babysit. There's a lot of determining factors, right? When I first started getting my sinus infection, I was babysitting for 2 girls who understood what it felt like to be sick, who got that concept that when you are sick, you don't want to be up and running around playing tag or doing energy draining activities, right? So we played low-key activities. We played low-key games, like card games, and we played some video games and watched a movie. They were very understanding, and I didn't have much longer to babysit for them, so I stuck it out. And I just kept my distance from them, made sure I washed my hands if I was dealing with any of their food or anything. So in the example of that, I was fine, right? However, if I am working with a child who is younger, who needs my attention, who needs my support, and I'm falling sick, I usually text the parents and let them know, hey, something's come over me, this is what's going on. I really just don't think it's safe that I'm watching your child because I can't give them my full attention because I'm not feeling good, right? Sometimes when we're sick, we're not in the right headspace, and that can be dangerous if you're watching a younger child. So I've never thrown up on the job, knock on wood, right? Because I don't ever want that to happen. However, I've always thought about, okay, what am I going to do if that happens, right? Again, depending on the child, depending on the age. If it's an older group, they understand. I make sure that I clean it up and move on, right? But if I do throw up, that's an immediate, hey, I need you to come home. I'm throwing up and this is not good for anybody in the house, right? So that's just the rule across the board. So that would be what I would do for if I fell sick or if a babysitter fell sick while babysitting, in the middle of babysitting. Overall, I think it should be the parents' call on whether or not you come into work before work if you're sick. However, I would also inform them when you are babysitting. I would update them, right? If it is an older crowd and you are feeling sick and you feel like you could stick it out, I'd still text them, hey, here's what I'm doing, here's how I'm feeling. I think I could stick it out, but it's your call if you want to come home early and release me. Because nobody wants their kid to get sick. Like, they don't want me passing germs to their kids. Like, I understand that part. Some families would be like, hey, just sit them on a couch in front of the movie, you sit in the living, or sit on the other side, and you'll be fine. And some parents are like, no, if you're not feeling good, I want you to go home, rest, and I don't want my children anywhere around that. So, which is understandable. So overall rule is just keep everybody updated, basically. If you're feeling sick or if the child's feeling sick, what the symptoms are, how you feel about the situation, just keep them informed and then go from there. And then also keep yourself healthy so you don't end up getting sick. I hope this never happens to you. Thankfully, when I've gotten sick at a babysitting gig, it's never been serious enough to call parents home. I do inform them, but they've never come home. So eat healthy, sleep right, get some exercise, some good exercise, so you don't have to worry about these situations. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you've yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.